127 for 5 now. That's the third wicket to fall this morning. Sean Terry departs. We're in the 34th over. The incoming batsman for Leinster Lightning is Tyrone Kane. Sean Terry departs for 28. Lovely morning here in Malahide Cricket Club. It's been a good morning for the Warriors. Picked up the wickets of John Anderson, of Kevin O'Brien, and now Sean Terry. Lorcan Tucker at the wicket. The morning gets even better for the Warriors. Tyrone Kane out first ball. And on that note, I'm going to say a very good morning or good afternoon to Kevin O'Brien. Afternoon to you, Kevin.
Cheers, Heatley. I don't know if it's a good afternoon, but we've lost 4 wickets this session, so we're in a bit of trouble here at the moment. So hopefully Dockers and Lorcan can take us through to lunch.
Your thoughts on the game thus far, yesterday and today?
Yeah, well, I think it's we knew what we had to do when we started yesterday. I think we bowled probably too short in the first session. And then although I think the Warriors went in at 60 odd for 4 at lunch, or 70 for 4, but I think we bowled a little bit too short on this type of wicket. And then the middle session, O'Ryan Williams played very well and got a very good 130, I think it was. And we kind of lost control of the game a little bit, probably for 20 overs or so. The run rate soared, and then we did well to drag it back and bowl them out for 300. And we were sitting pretty at the close of play, 60 for 2. But Youngie's bowled a decent spell there from the top end, and he's got a couple of wickets, myself included. And we're kind of on the back foot now, and hopefully we can see it through till lunch now with no more wickets, and we can reassess.
And so in comes Stuart Thompson, coming from the Malahide Castle end. Lorcan Tucker on strike, just leaves it through to the keeper. Leinster Lightning in a spot of bother here, 127 for 6. We're in the 35th over. Delighted to be joined by Kevin O'Brien. It's been a busy summer for you, Kevin.
Yeah, on all formats. Jetting back and forth between here and the dizzy heights of Leicestershire, as Tomo bowls again. Yeah, so it's been, I've played a lot of cricket. Really enjoying the cricket at the moment. Leicester was another good learning experience for me. Ultimately, would have liked to perform slightly better than I did, but that's the game, I suppose. And
didn't do badly.
Yeah, I didn't do badly, but always looking to improve on my figures and stats and that type of thing. So it's all a learning curve for me. I'm still relatively young, although the body wouldn't have told you that this morning as I woke up, and like I had rigor mortis when I got out of bed this morning.
Well, I saw you earlier on this morning. In comes Thompson.
I got a couple of little wickets down the leg side there. Yeah, I woke up this morning, I was in absolute bits here. struggled to get into the car, make my way out to Malahide here, and we had a little game of football tennis, which kind of cheered me up a bit. So, but yeah, no, it's this body wasn't made for bowling 14 overs a day. I can tell you that.
And so, next week, Kevin, up to Belfast, a 4-day game, really important 4-day game.
Yeah, massive game for us. You know, it's hopefully we can continue the good performance we've had in the I Cup over the last 12 months, and I suppose over the last 7 or 8 years. So you know, we've seen the Hong Kong side. They're missing a few key players, which is always good news for us. But you know, we have to play well, and you know, if we can play well over 4 days, I'm very confident that we'll get the win, and which will put us back top of the table. So you know, it's going to be an important week for the, I suppose, for the push for test status and that type of thing. So, and then we play 2 T20s over in Breedy, so I'm looking forward to that.
And when you talk about the 3 different formats, the 20 over, the 50 over, or the longer format of the game, be it a 3 or a 4-day game, have you a particular favourite? Or
yeah, it's no secret. Certainly enjoy the T20 format the most. You know, it's probably, I think between 50 over and the 4-day stuff, it's probably quite close for second spot. I would say the 50 over just pips it. I'm trying to get wickets down the leg side here. It must be some type of tactic against Lorcan. Yeah, you know, I do enjoy 4-day cricket. I like the kind of pace of the game, especially when you're fielding. It's not as hectic as the T20 or 50 over, where you got to run around, but you know, you can kind of labour between mid-on and mid-on, or second slip and second slip. You know, and bowl the odd overs here and there. So I just don't enjoy toe-ending the ball to deep fine leg off a teammate who will probably let me know about it next week.
And I've just received a message here from Liam Keegan, who has asked me to ask you. You've been playing for Ireland for many years now?
2006 was my debut, so this is what my maths isn't. I did ordinary level maths, so both it's 10 years, 11 years. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. You should have done honours maths, Kev. But anyway, his question is your all-time favourite moment while wearing an Irish jersey.
Well, I
Good
think
question.
Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be an obvious answer from a personal point of view. Is, you know, the innings against England in Bangalore. You know, but followed closely by making my debut as well in Clontarf against Sussex in the old C&G. You know, I actually really, really enjoy playing Clontarf for Ireland. It's a shame we don't play there anymore, in my opinion. You know, but obviously Malahide's now the number one ground and that type of thing. But I always felt very welcome going into Clontarf, and you know, the wickets were always good, and you know, it's a relatively small boundary as well, which makes chipping the ball over the ropes a little bit easier.
Well, having had the
that was a hat-trick ball, I think.
It was, absolutely, yeah.
Well defended by Dockers.
Well, having had the good fortune to play your chipping, whether it's on the aggressive stuff, you hit a mean golf ball, I'll tell you. You like your golf?
Yeah, as I said to you that day, you know, I probably think more about golf than I do cricket. Which we were playing golf with the chief executive of Cricket Ireland, Warren Dootram. So he turned around as he was about to putt for a birdie and missed that putt and ended up 3-putting. I think you know, he was a bit shocked that, and I think his words were, "I think I didn't hear that." But yeah, no, I certainly love playing golf. I love getting out whenever I can. It's a great way to take your mind off other things, whether it be cricket or, you know, anything else that, you know, whatever other sports you play.
Dockrell on strike, just classic forward defensive. 131 for 6 now. We're in the 36th over.
Your golfing isn't that bad either, Heatley, to be fair.
It was poor that day, Kev, but
really?
Yeah, I know we'll...
you just, 4-iron it down the middle for 180, 190 yards?
Yeah, well, the odd time, but I regret to have to use the word odd. But yeah, no, I love my golf. I'm more of a winter golfer.
Okay.
Because I'm just obviously busy.
my senior career, which would have been in 2000, 2001, I think I made my debut.
Yourself and
Liam was still standing at square leg. He had these little sweets in his pocket.
Remember Tommy Thompson, do you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. He used to stand a lot with Tommy, and
Liam used to slip me a little, I think it was a Werther's original back
I
then.
love them.
And, you knew you always won the toss with Liam. You won't mind me saying, when you won the toss and you always batted first. Because you knew the second innings wouldn't go to 50 overs. And and it was good crack. Liam was a great character in Leinster cricket.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As there so many are, yeah.
And so we're in day 3 of the Hanley Energy IP Championship game between Leinster Lightning and the Northwest Warriors. The Warriors won the toss in this game. They elected to bat, and having done so, scored 302 runs. Leinster Lightning in reply, 132 for 6. We're in the 37th over. On strike, George Dockrell is joined by Lorcan Tucker. Delighted to see Lorcan get into the Irish T20 squad, Kevin.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams around the world have used T20 as an opportunity to blood a lot of some younger players into the squad. Oh, we should have really went forward to that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we have done now with this squad. You got Lorcan in there. I don't want to put the curse on him here, but he's actually looking quite comfortable out there. Josh Little's in the squad as well. And Greg Thompson.
You've seen much of Josh?
I haven't actually. Little bits here and there. But he's, by all reports and speaking to coaches at the academy level and underage level, he's certainly got a lot of potential. We just got to try and get him in and in around the group as much as we can over the next couple of years. And get him the experience that he can, drive his game forward. Because we've all seen left arm fast bowlers in world cricket. They're a lot different than the right arm over bowlers, and it certainly adds a lot more to the bowling attack. He's also a very good hockey player, I'm led to believe.
Loves his hockey. And talking of right arm over, change of bowling now from the Malahide Castle end. David Scanlon. In he comes, Tucker on strike. When you look at the Warriors bowling attack, Kevin, Stuart Thompson and Craig Young, Jared Barnes, Andy McBride, it's a good bowling unit.
Yeah, very good bowling unit. They've always had a good bowling team over the last 4 seasons. Obviously Graham MacArthur's gone to NCU. He's obviously a Northwest born and bred. They always produce good quick bowlers. It's probably something that that's been their strength over the last 4 seasons. Certainly if the likes of Tomo and Scrah and as we saw in the first innings, or Ryan Williams, with a good 100. If they can put runs on the board, they're going to be, a very competitive team, and they've improved over the last 4 years. From when they first started. I think they're certainly in the 3-day format. They're getting grips, from a batting point of view of trying to bat as long as they can, and waiting and being very patient, waiting for that bad ball. But they've always produced good cricketers, whether it be batters or bowlers or spinners. Over the years, you can name off 10 or 20 guys from the Northwest who are, fantastic cricketers over the years, whether it be for Ireland or for the province.
Many of whom, thankfully, are still plying their trade up in the Northwest. In comes Scanlon. Big appeal. Umpire Bradley remains unfazed. And that's the end of the over. 133 for 6, 38 overs gone. You enjoy playing here in Malahide? Lovely ground.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ground. Yeah, looks a lot different than it did last week. The stands are down, and the corporate tent is taken down and stuff. But you always get a good wicket here. It's it's always a quick outfield, you know, and you get full value for your shots. But unfortunately today for myself, I pulled cute one down to fine leg, and Youngie has the bragging rights for the next week, unfortunately. But
Could be a bit of crack in Belfast.
I will be, you know. I'll just remind Scrat that I bounced him out as well. So fourth or fifth ball. But I know it's always good playing against teammates. That adds a little bit of needle and spice to the game, which is always needed.
And you're away in about 3 or 4 weeks' time?
Yeah, off to South Africa for 2 ODIs, which will be a great experience. First and foremost, you know, to play out an ODI in South Africa, you know, against South Africa and Australia, you know, probably 2 of the top 4 or 5 teams in the world. It's going to be very difficult, but you know, that's the type of cricket that I love to play anyway. That's a risky shot. But yeah, it's going to be a good experience. We head off on the 17th of September for 10 days, so it'll be a great way to finish. The season. You know, it's been a busy year for us. Started in January, back in Brisbane, which seems like an eternity ago now. But you know, it's been a good year. We've played some good stuff at times, and some good patches in games mixed in with some inconsistent stuff. But
I have to say, I really enjoyed the Afghanistan series.
yeah, I think that was a great series. You know, it's something that, you know, we need to play more of. I think, you know, more kind of 4 or 5 match series against, you know, not necessarily the top 3 or 4 teams in the world, but you know, that kind of middle grouping and to lower order of teams in the league. So you know, if we can play Zimbabwe maybe in 3 or 4 games, you know, maybe another one against Afghanistan, which you have coming up in March.
That's a great series, a 9-match series. That'll be really good.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, and you know, it's going to be a good learning curve for the team again. You know, to play in India. Certainly, I imagine the crowds will come out for that. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult series. But you know, Afghanistan are a good team, as we saw up in Belfast. But you know, we're obviously a very good team as well. So it'll be a very close fought series, and one I'm really looking forward to.
I think they like you in India, Kev.
Here and there. Some people do. I know. Listen, playing cricket in India is great. You know, playing anywhere over in Asia. The Bangladesh population are just as cricket mad as the Indian.
Yeah, they love their cricket.
Yeah, I mean it's great. You know, you got Sri Lanka as well. We've been lucky enough to play there. Haven't been to Pakistan yet. But I'm hearing a couple of rumours. Maybe something might be in the pipeline, but you never know. They could just be hearsay. But you know, that would be an experience again. But yeah, certainly playing over in Asia, it's a great experience. You know, the fans love it. They come out in their droves to watch you train and watch you play. And the thing about the fans over there, they just love good cricket. So whether you're playing against India and you bowl a good ball, or you know, you play a good shot, they'll respect that, and they'll cheer that as well. So you know, looking forward to March. Oh, this might be a tactic from the Warriors bowlers, I think.
Certainly since
a couple down leg side.
Certainly since you've joined us, it's been a delivery we've seen plenty of. Leinster Lightning 134 for 6 now. The wickets to fold this morning. John Anderson out. Kevin O'Brien fell. Tyrone Kane and Sean Terry. George Dockrell and Lorcan Tucker at the wicket. A scrambled single there. George moving on to 6 not out. Lorcan 12 not out. Tucker on strike. In comes Scanlon. Right arm over the wicket. Nicely played. 4 more to the total. 139 for 6 now. How's fatherhood treating you? Going okay?
Yeah, it's going alright. Yeah,
I think you're getting a bit
busy
of sleep.
at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are actually, which is good. No, she's been great.
Great.
Certainly takes the mind off cricket, or when you go home and you've got a 14-week-old baby there to look after. No, it's great. I'm really enjoying it. And as is Ruth Ann. So it's we're just kind of taking every day as it comes. One day at a time. That's 2, I reckon. Yeah, no, it's good fun. It's good fun, and just as you said, we're just enjoying it. Trying to learn on the job, I suppose.
You getting there?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I mean, Eleanor's been great. She's sleeping well, sleeping from 8:30 at night to 7 in the morning. So
You make me sick.
yeah, we're getting a good night's kip, to be honest. But I think you can read so many books, and
Oh.
my missus read a lot of books in the lead up to the delivery. But you just got to learn on the job, and as I said, every day is new, and these books that you read, I mean, you can't prepare you for what actually happens. As I said, every child is different, but yeah,
What age is Eleanor now?
Yeah, she's just shy of 4 months.
Okay. She's starting to ooh and ah a bit?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. So it's good fun, mate. It's as I said, no matter how your day's been, you go home and, as you'd know, having 4 of them along the way. Whether you've had a good day or a bad day, it's you walk through the door, the front the front door, and
That's great.
You just forget about everything, and all that matters is the little baby in front of you. So
Yeah, absolutely. And may she bring you both years of happiness. I'm sure she will. Dockrell on strike now.
you've had a long stint here, Heatley. 2 days on.
Yeah,
sun?
unfortunately
Have you got your cream on?
Yep, certainly do. Oh, I'm a big cream man.
Factor 50?
Oh, big time.
Zinc?
No.
No zinc.
No zinc.
No.
Not a zinc man, no.
Okay.
Just a 50 man.
Reapply throughout the day?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
On the hour. Yeah, it's got to go on. I got a bit of a roasting up in Stormont during the Afghanistan. It was warm up there.
I saw that, yeah.
That was warm, though.
Well, that's probably the first time in 10 years I've seen the sun in Belfast. It's usually quite miserable up there. The Belfast public hopefully won't be too mad at me by saying that.
Not at all. Well, as you know, we lost day 1 in that series, and but certainly the remaining 4 were absolute belters.
Yeah. Belfast reminds me of Manchester, I think. Always kind of grey, cloudy, and a bit of rain, a bit of mizzle around, and
As the NCU viewers switch off, and
they probably switched off half an hour ago when I sat down.
I don't believe that for a minute.
No. There's a little running joke in the team, Brendan Connor, our trainer. Of course he's a bit biased. He reckons Belfast is the best city in the world, but us Southerners usually slag him about the weather, and it's the overspinner. We always slag him, saying we never really see the sun. As do a few of the guys from Derry as well. Andy McBride's usually quick in with a dig to Brendo and his beloved Belfast, but I know it's a good place to play cricket, Stormont.
Yeah, beautiful. And let's hope that we get a bit of decent weather and the sun shines. Remember, Ireland playing Hong Kong in the I Cup next week.
We'll have a look at the forecast now, Heatley.
Okay.
We'll have a little look, see how it's going.
Tuesday through Friday, so make sure you come on down. Promises to be a great week's cricket. As Kevin is checking the forecast for me, just to let you know, Leinster Lightning have moved on to 142 for 6. The Warriors won the toss and scored 302 runs.
There's not too many sun here, Heatley, unfortunately, but Not too much rain either, which is...
Are we looking at dry days?
Ooh. Yeah, hopefully. I think it's going to be relatively dry. Might be a woolly hat in the warm-up and then a long-sleeve jumper to play in, but should be okay, mate, looking at this. We should get 4 days in, hopefully.
You prefer to play your cricket in long sleeves or are you a short sleeve man?
Nah, short sleeve
You're
for
a
me.
short sleever?
Yeah. But I know, looking forward to getting up now. We head up on Sunday for a training session on Sunday afternoon and Monday, and then we obviously kick off Tuesday. So looking forward to get up there to shot a stocker's strength back foot. You got a ball full to Docks, hangs back on the back foot, and that's a lovely shot. 4 runs takes us closer to the follow-on target, which once achieved should see us lift the title.
I think so. Yep, I think you're right. In fact, I know you're right. Yeah, good shot from George Dockrell there. George moving into double figures now, 11 not out. If you've just joined us on the live broadcast, on the live stream, another 4 from Dockrell there. If you've just joined us on the live broadcast, can I bid you a very good afternoon? Good to have you here and good to have you with us. Let's hope you're enjoying the cricket. Leinster Lightning against the Northwest Warriors in the Hanley Energy IP Championship 3-day game. Surprised we haven't seen the Northwest skipper bowl yet.
Yeah, well, especially Randive's getting a lot of turn from this end. He might get a token over before lunch, maybe. Oh, Youngie. Not happy, tips. Kicks the ground. Yeah. Maybe might get a little few overs before lunch. You know, the guys look kind of comfortable here against Scanlon, so yeah, might get a few overs from Scrab before lunch.
Have you a favourite lunch? A chicken man, a beef man,
just whatever. I tell you what, Paddy the chef is absolutely top drawer. He was with us last week in the for the Pakistan series, and also for the Sri Lanka series earlier on in the summer. And he always sets aside a couple of corporate desserts. I usually nip in after the match and
fond of your desserts?
Yeah, big time.
More of a starter man myself. I love a good starter. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll eat anything really, so I'm not fussy at all.
That's the way to have it.
55 now, 42, 52 needed. Oh, another one down that leg side.
Good to see the president of Cricket Ireland doing a lap. I see Henry Ty in the distance over there. Great cricket man.
Yeah, good supporter as well of Leinster cricket and obviously Irish cricket. Sandymount man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pembroke CC, so
through and through.
A good man. He's very loyal to club and country, which is good to see. Oh, Colley's flicking his fingers here.
He's smiling though. I don't mind when he clicks with a smile on his face. Umpire's just having a little bit of a chat, but Azam Ali Beg comes back into position.
30 minutes to lunch. There he is. Look, Tips just doing the warm up there at the first slip. Struggle to call him Andy, so I'll call him Scra. I'm assuming
I should have asked him.
All the viewers, I assume, know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I should have asked him yesterday. He was in with me for a while, and I should have asked him how Scra came about. Now, if it's clean, you can tell me. If it's not,
I actually don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I know it stems from Irish under-13s. I think they're over in Denmark or something.
Okay.
Or Holland maybe playing European Championships. Missing leg. Also, he hit it. Yeah, so I think someone asked him his name. And I think he obviously said Andy or something. And the person couldn't understand what what he said, and they repeated it. Oh, scra, and then I think that's how he got it.
That's how he got it.
Gonna have to ask him. I'll feel this, Heatley. Hold on.
Not sure.
I thought I was going to hit the rope.
So did I. Yeah. I'm glad you went, not me.
Yeah, so I don't actually know how he got the nickname. Something along those lines. But you'll have to ask him now next week.
Yeah, I sure will.
Did you mention his dismissal yesterday? Did you bring it up? Did you see
he
him?
did. He
he?
did, yeah.
What did he say?
Very little.
Did he?
Yeah. He wasn't there for too long yesterday, was he?
Like myself this morning, unfortunately. But oh well.
All part of the game.
Exactly.
All part of the game. Lorcan Tucker on strike. He's built a lot of stuff down the leg side.
Yeah, well, I suppose he's turning it. You know, he's got leg slip in there as well as short leg, so he's hopeful. I suppose hoping that Lorcan might kind of play at one like Sean Terry did and get caught down the leg side. But and here he is. The skipper's in for 3 or 4 overs before lunch.
Did you enjoy the Pakistan series? I possibly shouldn't call it a series. Unfortunately, we lost the Saturday due to rain, and the Thursday, a bit of a disappointment.
Yes, to say the least. You know, I think we were blown away a bit, but you know, of big Sharjeel. You know, he hits a clean ball, the big lad. We obviously didn't bowl in the correct areas, but you know, we looked at the videos. We had a review the next day, and we weren't a million miles off. You know, instead of trying to hit middle stump, we probably should have been maybe bowling 4th or 5th stump. You know, which you're talking about from where you bowl the ball on from right arm over to where you need to pitch it. You know, it's only millimetres you're talking with the angle. So I think Dockers is going to have a go here.
This could be an interesting little session now. McBride to Dockers.
Yeah, well, you've got spinner to spinner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dockers might be thinking to try and get one over here on Scra. You know, we'll wait and see what happens there. I see Youngie warming up as well. He must be coming on for another spell. Shot.
Nicely played.
Yeah, so just going back to Pakistan, you know, I think, you know, Sharjeel, once he got going, he was very difficult to bowl to. You know, he made this ground look extremely small. But you know, once we got him out, we fought back very well, and it was a good partnership by Shoaib Malik and Nawaz at the end. Sure, as we saw yesterday, Nawaz is no mug with the bat. You know, against England, I think he got 40 or 50 odd. You know, hit some good shots off Plunkett and off Wood. You know, so
and Malik has been a fantastic cricketer down the years.
Exactly. So you know, you got to remember Pakistan although they're 9th in the world, they were 9th when we played them. Oh, that's close. Ooh. Tomo, one of the best fielders in the country. You know, although they're 9th in the world, you know, they're still a fantastic team. You know, and losing Sterlo second pill wasn't the start we would have wanted. You know, and then Mohammed Amir bowled 4 or 5 overs, and it looked like he was in maybe 3rd gear, 4th gear. It looked like he didn't ramp it up too much, and you know, Umar Gul, as experienced as ever, you know, he came in and, you know, I think he got 3 wickets or something, so 2 or 3 wickets. So yeah, and I think it's just the way we kind of folded at the end. It was a little bit disappointing. A left arm spinner who doesn't really spin it, he gets 5 wickets, 5 for 15 or something at the end. So it's all about learning, and hopefully we can learn from our disappointments of last week, and look forward to next week's I Cup, followed by 2 T20s.
Absolutely. So. Do you see any of the Pakistan-England game yesterday?
Well, no, we were here, so I watched maybe just a couple of minutes on the highlights when I got home. England won at a canter at the end. They're playing some good cricket at the moment. You've got Roy and Hales, two fantastic cricketers. Been very fortunate to play with both of them before they even made it. And then you have Joe Root, arguably the best batsman in the world, at 3. I think Moggy batted 4. And Stokes at 5. Bairstow as well. It's a very
quality side.
Very, very aggressive team. Oh my God. Very aggressive team, and they're playing some good stuff under Owen's captaincy.
Well run. Another 2 to Dockrell there. Scoreboard ticking along, 166 now. Useful little partnership, this.
Yeah, well, you've got the strength of our team is how deep we bat. We're 6 down, so you got Dockers coming in 8. You got Eddie Richardson coming in 9. I think he scored 800 runs this year in the league for North County. Then you got Max Sorensen at 10. I think he's averaging 70 odd at a strike rate of 160 this season in club cricket. And has a very good record in the Interpro 3-day format. He's come in and he's saved our bacon numerous times, batting at 9 or 10. That's a good shot. I'll fail this one now. Hold on.
Clean as a nut this time.
Well, it helped it only bounced once before me and didn't look like it was hitting the rope, so makes it slightly easier.
Fine shot from Tucker.
Sean Terry looks like he wants a gig in the commentary box. Heatley, I think you should take a break and let myself and Sean take over till lunch. What do you reckon there, mate?
Absolutely delighted to give Sean a run in the...
In you come, big man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of batting. Even Lorcan's having a great season. It started off fantastically well for Trinity.
Yeah.
And it's continued that for Pembroke. I think he's got a couple of hundreds this year in the league. So he's improved over the last 12 months. Had a very, very good under-19 World Cup over in Bangladesh. So no matter what position we're in, I think the Lightning, we always feel that we can get out of trouble. As we 120 for 6, and we're 171 for 6 now, and we've actually done it quite easily. There's been no real danger. As Dockers nearly gets caught. But I think that's 4, is it? Yeah, 4. There's another 4. It's slightly short from Randive. Dockers quick onto the pull. And as I said, we've comfortably got to 175 here. It might be it'll be an interesting last 20 minutes now till lunch. If we can get above the follow-on target before lunch, it will make the middle session a lot easier for us.
Make lunch all the more pleasurable as well, Kev.
Well, we don't want to score too quickly. We don't really want to declare and have to and try and bowl them out, do we? I know my body wouldn't be too keen for that.
The body will loosen out as the day progresses. This sunshine now will do wonders for you.
As I said, if we can get up, it wouldn't be a bad shout, to be fair, if we can get up around, if we have a good middle session, you're looking at scoring 160 runs. Get a lead of 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Declare a T.
Yeah.
Try and roll them. Chase 40 or 50 in 7 or 8 overs. That would make good viewing, wouldn't it?
Could be fun. No doubt our viewers, many of whom would enjoy that.
Or we could declare at lunch.
Don't think that'll happen.
Well, a great Trent Johnson declared behind against Kenya in the I Cup final, the first I Cup final, and we won it. You never know, Heatley.
No. Talking of the great TJ, he is an avid viewer of the live stream.
Shot.
Very good shot.
Docker's strength there is off the back foot. He's very good back foot punching off the seamers. very, very good off the back foot against the spinners. I think the Warriors have bowled just too short at George in the last probably 25 minutes.
Moved on to 40 very quickly.
He's a very quick scorer. I mean, he scores very fast if you give him the opportunity. He's not one just to look to defend the ball. He always wants to score runs, which is a great attribute to have for any batsman and any young guy listening. The first thing as a batter, it's to score runs. You always got to be looking to. Oh,
chance there. Not sure whether it'll go.
Oh, I think that might have been 4, but
yeah.
I think Docker's.
No, it's been signalled.
Oh, it's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
It was a good effort though from the big man. He's bowled a couple of overs this morning. He
bowled well.
Bowled nicely, yeah. He's
he did bowl well.
I think he's the Strabane overseas pro, is he? But he certainly would be very useful in club cricket.
No, the Strabane overseas pro is a young South African guy. I was just talking about Strabane yesterday. The first time in their 138-year history that they've been relegated from Division 1 in Northwest cricket.
Yeah, I heard they were relegated. Old Polish won't be happy with that.
No.
Still going strong.
He's great.
Calamari. Hopefully he's listening. How are you, mate? But yeah, he won't be happy. But yeah, it's some stat that they want. The first time they've been relegated.
They're a great club. Good ground, great pavilion. They're well supported. But no doubt they'll regroup and bounce back.
Come again, yeah.
Yeah. Got to talk about the All-Ireland final, Kev, coming up this Saturday. Let me remind our viewers about that. Merrion against Waringstown in Clontarf Cricket Club. Could be a fantastic game of cricket. A repeat of last year's final, the same two clubs and teams involved.
Have Waringstown flown in South Africa this time?
No.
No, okay.
You being smart?
No, I just thought they might have, that's all. I believe in Waringstown that the corner of the ground is now named after me. Chatting to Kyle McCallan last week.
Oh,
it's up Ryan Corner apparently.
Oh.
Dating back to a couple of years ago.
Which corner? So as I drive up the driveway, go into the lawn?
Yeah, so if you're in the pavilion, it's over the far side. Apparently it's named after me.
Brian Corner.
Maybe the Waringstown members can tweet us as to why it's named after me.
Oh, I'd love to know.
I'd love to know also, yeah.
We had a number of them yesterday tweeting us, so Adam Dennison was one who was on to us yesterday. So Adam, if you're listening, fill us in.
Fresh off a double ton, eh?
Absolutely. Fantastic.
But yeah, the final on Saturday should prove to be a good game.
Two powerhouses.
Yeah, Merrion, I suppose as Randeep bowls to Dockers. Merrion aren't as strong as they were. I don't think there's any denying that. But they're still they still have match winners on their day. You look at John Anderson last night, was in fantastic form with the bat, as he has been all season. Tyrone Kane is a very useful opening bowler and also middle order batter. Dom Joyce, who's played a lot of Leinster line cricket over the last couple of seasons, is also in that team. I tell you, Hugh Kennedy is a player to watch out for, opening bowler. That's a good shot. 49 for Dockers. Again, just too short. If you want Dockers trying to hit over the top, they've just bowled too short in these last 25 minutes or so, which is Dockers is making batting look very easy on this wicket. Yeah, so Hugh Kennedy's a opening bowler for Merrion. He's progressed hugely over the winter. I think he was down in South Africa for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, Merrion will start as underdogs, no doubt about that.
The Waringstown faithful have been on.
Excellent. Shot. That's 50 for Docks. Off about 45 pills, I reckon.
Yeah. It's been a terrific innings. George Dockrell 53. The Lightning 193 for 6.
9 needed now, Heatley. Now,
Yeah.
what have the Waringstown faithful tweeted in, have they?
No, I can't read out what the Waringstown faithful.
Come on, lads, you don't need to use bad language.
But just tell him, yes, it is O'Brien corner, and it's on the far side.
They're still bitter from 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, Dockers. That was a clean strike from George. Spinner to spinner.
He hits the ball well, George.
Yeah, he's a talented cricketer. Has been for numerous years.
Latest tweet in from the Adamstown faithful. He's still our favourite cricketer to play against. So there you go.
It's a love-hate relationship. Some of them love me up there, some of them hate me.
That's a great club, though.
Great club. It all stemmed, I'll give you the story now. It all stemmed from an Irish Cup game, 2013 maybe.
I remember it.
Railway couldn't buy a win in the league. I think we were sitting last, played 5, lost 5. And so we played Instonians in the first round of the All-Ireland. And we went up to Instonians. We managed about 7 or 8 overs. Rain, bowl out, because it was the first game in Park Avenue was rained off. So we won the bowl out against Instonians.
Did you hit?
I hit, yeah. I think we won 3-1. We hit all 3. So then next round, drawn away to Waringstown. Big game. Boys were up for it. So we meet in Railway Union at 7 in the morning. Get on the bus. 15 or 16 of us up. A few of the young lads come up to watch. And, we get up there, and as is the case majority of the time driving over the border, you just see the grey clouds ahead of you. Leaving the sunshine in Dublin, you get a bit overcast, and all of a sudden it starts raining. So we get to Waringstown, and it's a bit wet. The outfield is a bit wet, bit of a downpour. We start playing anyway, and I think we're 50 odd for 1 off 7 or 8 overs in a reduced game. I think it was reduced down to 25 overs or something. So then another downpour comes, and if you noticed Waringstown, you would have noticed it's obviously on a slope, and it slopes down towards O'Brien Corner, which is now named. So we had a heavy downpour, and the covers were on, and unfortunately O'Brien Corner, as it's now known, got very wet and very spongy. And obviously the Waringstown guys were keen to play, and as we were too, but it was a very, very damp area, and it was actually in the danger zone. It was in a hot spot, deep mid wicket off a spinner.
Oh, I love a good hot spot.
Very, very, people would have been fielding there, slipping all over the place. So Alan Neal was umpiring, who is now an international umpire.
Was here last week against
Pakistan.
Was here last week,
and I was only chatting to him about it with Kyle McCallan. And he made the decision that it was unplayable, so we had a bowl out, and this was I think it was our 3rd or 4th bowl out in 2 years, and we hadn't lost one.
Score in the bowl out?
So we won the bowl out. I think it was 3-1 again or something.
You hit?
I hit again.
Wow.
3 from 3. We hit 3 out of 3. I think where Kyle bowled the first one. I think he spun it down leg. Put too much spin on it. Kylie did, and we went through, and a few of the members in Waringstown were a little bit annoyed that we hadn't played, and we went home in the bus with a few cans of
Tuborg.
It was whatever was on offer in the off license. I can't remember, but we had a good night anyway. We got back to Park Avenue at about 11:30 or 12, and Brendan, the barman there, kept it open till all hours. So that was good fun. There was a bit of banter back and forth on Twitter, and I think the hashtag was "Can't win the league, can't miss in a bowl out."
Yeah, I remember it well. O'Brien Corner. So there we go. You've got it from the man himself.
I haven't been back to Waringstown, unfortunately.
Lovely ground, mind you, the lawn.
Oh, we take 4.
And that brings up the 203 now for 6.
Haven't seen chairman of selectors here. Alan Lewis, is he here today? He was here yesterday.
He was here yesterday, yeah. I don't know whether he'll. I'm
He
sure.
might nip out in the afternoon.
Yeah, maybe
He'll probably nip out now in about 10 minutes' time, just before lunch.
Not a bad ploy, that. Yeah, not a bad ploy.
Stay for maybe 5 or 6 hours after lunch and then head back to Blackrock.
Man's got to be fed, Kevin. Yeah, no, the chairman was here yesterday. Saw him yesterday doing a few laps. And he's pumped up about it this weekend. It's a big weekend for YM. We're at the wrong end of the table. And
we're playing you guys, aren't we?
On Sunday, yeah. But prior to that, we've taken single there. 2:04 for 6 now. Yeah.
Where's that game? Claremont Road or?
Yeah, we have
Park Avenue?
No, Claremont Road. We play Merrion in a league game, T20, on Friday evening. And then we have your beloved Railway on Sunday. So lots to play for. Chairman of Selectors is the coach of the...
Player coach, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Going well too.
Got a second ball duck on Saturday against Pembroke,
didn't he? He did, yeah.
He chipped one to mid-off and he's caught, yeah.
It's been an interesting league this year in Leinster, Kevin, Division 1.
Yeah, I haven't played much, unfortunately. But it seems to be as Youngie bowls here. Oh, pinned him on the head.
Useful delivery that from Young. Just hitting Tucker, who needs to just take his time here now.
Dockrell hit Docker.
Oh, sorry, Dockrell.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, yeah.
Just needs to take his time here. Get
Absolutely, absolutely. No hurry.
Yeah, but the league, I think getting back to the Leinster League, seems to be it's divided in 3. You've got Clontarf and probably Pembroke are the only 2 teams challenging anyway for the league.
Yeah.
Then you've probably got...
And I think Clontarf are now 40 points, 30
Yeah,
odd
I think
points
they need
clear,
one win or something.
Yeah.
So 1 win from 2 games or 3 games. So you've got those 2 who, for a long time, Pembroke were pushing them close. And you've probably got 2 or 3 teams in the middle, the likes of North County and the Hills. And then you've probably got 3 or 4 teams towards the end. Railway, YM, Merrion, and maybe Phoenix's early season form has kept them out of the relegation battle. But they're probably in around. They'll probably finish 4th last or 3rd last or something in the league. So it's actually quite a divided league.
It's competitive
which
league.
which makes good games.
Of course it does.
From our point of view, we just haven't been able to score enough runs consistently. It has been the case over the last 2 or 3 years. So,
and yet you've plenty of grand youngsters coming through, Kevin. There's a young Barron and Styles and grand young cricketers.
Yeah, we've got some good young guys. We've always produced good young cricketers. You think of the teams in the past. The likes of Roger Whelan, Conor Mullen, myself, Niler, Kenny Carroll. We've produced a lot of good cricketers. I suppose the one unfortunate thing was we all were around at the same time, and a lot of the guys have left at the same time. But we just got to, over the next 2 or 3 years, is just try and bring the younger guys into the team, and hopefully they can learn. Probably learn in Division 2, which is probably the best place to learn. Learn to win games, learn to score runs, learn to take wickets, and obviously gain confidence that way and come back into Division 1 in a couple of seasons if it's the case, and try and get Railway back where we have been for many years. So it's not going to be a quick fix, and I think Kenny Carroll, who's the captain this season, and has put a lot of effort into the cricket side, in the youth section as well. He realises that, and I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years. So fingers crossed, we can keep producing the young players, and ultimately they just keep enjoying playing. Because if you're not enjoying to play a game, there's no real point in playing it, in my opinion. And I think Kenny's philosophy is, if you're a batsman, try and hit fours and sixes and score runs. If you're a bowler, try and bowl fast, and if you're a spinner, try and spin the ball. And ultimately, that's the aim of the game. I think some coaches try and teach young children a lot of technique at an early age, which obviously you need a slight bit of technique. But
in comes Young again.
Shot. That's a lovely shot.
That's a superb.
That's a strength
shot, yeah.
again.
Good response after that little
Good
break.
response.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think, to be honest with you, every bowler most bowlers in the game have bowled too short in this wicket. You saw this morning when Youngie pitched the ball up, he got a lot of swing. He nicked off Ando. He went past my edge a couple of times, and then Barnes, when he pitched it up, he got a few to nip away. It's a wicket where you need to bowl full. Another one to the back foot. I think that's something we spoke about at lunchtime yesterday. Although we bowled very well in that session, had the Warriors 67 for 4. We bowled a lot on the back foot. Weren't really challenging the edge, and the Warriors have probably bowled too short this second half of this first session.
Yeah, I'm delighted to have Kevin O'Brien with me this afternoon. Been a really interesting chat, and I have to say I'm equally delighted to see George okay, having just got a bang on the head there. I think George got a bang on the head a couple of weeks ago as well. I think he did. But all is well.
I think he's using my helmet, actually. He hasn't asked me. Oh well.
Hope it's not too sweaty.
Wow, I was only out there for a short time, Heatley, so.
Dockrell on strike. Possibly could be the last over. We might get one more in before lunch. Leinster Lightning surpassed the 200 run total now. 209 for 6. George Dockrell, 65 not out. Lorcan Tucker, 28 not out. Been a really good stand by these two. As Kevin alluded to earlier, one of the strengths of the Leinster Lightning side is the quality and depth of their batting, and so they're showing this afternoon. So what do you do during the winter, Kevin? Apart from your cricket training, do you play any other sport? I know you play your golf.
No, I used to play hockey. I played 10 or 11 years of Division 1 at Railway. But since cricket's got, I suppose, more and more serious, since I was awarded a contract by Cricket Ireland in 2010, hockey has taken a back seat. But, certainly love going down to the club and watching the boys play. They're in the EYHL now, which is the All-Ireland League, and Kenny Carroll is still playing. He's still playing as well as ever. I just love getting down to the club and having a couple of Heineken on a Saturday afternoon and watching the boys play.
It's been a really good 12, 18 months for Irish hockey as well. Did you see any of the Irish guys in Rio?
I watched every game, yeah. I would have played against a few of them. Ronan Gormley, I played against him quite a lot. Both Hart brothers, they played for Pembroke Wanderers, as did Alan Southern. So I've played against them quite a bit over the years. I obviously had an interest in how they went on, and of course, having played hockey, it's my second sport, I suppose. So yeah, I watched every
Quick
game. Yeah, I think it's a great game. You know, I think it's a super game to watch on TV. And to be honest, I think football could take a lot out of hockey. You know, I think football, to me, it's very stale. It's very boring. You know, it's ultimately very defensive at the moment. You know, I think football should bring in the auto pass rule. You know, how many times do you see a team on the counter attack and the player just trips them up? You know, not even trying to get the ball. Now, if the player who was fouled can get up, pick up the ball, and take it free to himself, you know, it's just going to make the game so much more faster. You know, and players won't be able to make deliberate fouls. But you know, that's just my opinion. It's my little rant for the day. And also, I suppose footballers' behaviour towards umpires needs to be looked at. And I know they have done that in the Premiership. You know, but if you say
doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, you know, it will take time. But if you say something to a referee in hockey or in rugby, oh, well bowled, you know, immediately you're penalised. You know, you don't see any rugby players cursing at a ref.
Just doesn't happen.
But you know, you watch a Saturday afternoon, you know, Premiership game, and for me, the footballers take it overboard. You know, and they're very aggressive towards.
Tyler loves his football.
Yeah, Nobby's a big Everton.
A huge Evertonian.
For his sins, he's Evertonian, but
going okay this year. I was actually.
I know they're a good club. You know, I think they've got a good manager.